Okay, we will start. Then later on, the remaining students going to join.
Yes, sir. Start
Okay.
பண்ணுங்க sir.
So today we are going to discuss the other topic of nuclear power plant is nuclear waste management system. So last few classes we were discussed about nuclear power plant. We discussed different type of nuclear power plant, how the nuclear fuel is used for producing power. Okay, what are the components involved in nuclear power plant? How they are working? Okay, what is the construction and working principle? Everything we were discussed in the last few classes, and also we were discussed each different type of nuclear power plant, boiling water nuclear reactor type power plant, then pressurized water. Likewise, different type of last class also we discussed about fast breeder, okay, and gaseous based nuclear reactor, all those things. That is latest nuclear power plant. That is also we were discussing in the last class. Okay, so these all are about a nuclear power plant. So why we go for the nuclear power plant is because we want to increase the power production, means okay, in a traditional manner it is not possible. So if you want to produce the power in a high level, that means capacity, if you want to produce more power, means with help of nuclear waste, okay, we can easily meet out the requirement. That's why we are moving the nuclear waste, nuclear power plant. So one of the big problem of nuclear power plant is the nuclear fuel handling. Okay, so after using the nuclear power plant, that it's nuclear fuel used in the nuclear power plant, okay, then the radioactive waste is come out from your nuclear power plant. Okay, so that radioactive waste is called as nuclear waste. Okay, so if you not control the nuclear waste on proper manner, that will be a big problem, okay, for the environment as well as human. So that's why we are going to study the nuclear waste management system in separate manner. So this is very important aspects of nuclear power plants. So these are the things we are going to discuss. So how the nuclear waste is properly handled, how it is disposed, what are the methods involved, what are the steps involved in nuclear waste management system or disposable methods are we are going to discuss today. So that is the today topic of power plant engineering subject. Okay. So what is the today agenda of the session? So we are going to discuss about nuclear waste management system. So how the waste is come from your nuclear power plant, how uh, it is can be classified, or we can say a type of radioactive waste, and what basis it is classified. Then we are going to discuss about what are the different kind of method used for disposable of nuclear waste. And if you want to dispose the nuclear waste, mean what are the steps we have to follow, because it is very harmful. The nuclear waste is a radioactive waste, so it is very harmful. So you have to properly handle. That's why we have to use some steps. Okay, so by a step-by-step procedure we have to follow. So what are the steps involved in the nuclear disposable method? All things, all the things we are going to discuss today. So that is the today agenda of the session. So first we will move to what is meant by nuclear waste. So I already told nuclear waste is a radioactive waste, that is nothing but a waste come out from your nuclear power plant. So after usage of your uranium fuel, okay, for power production, the remaining things are called as a radioactive waste. That waste is called nuclear waste. Okay, so it is a toxic element. So it's maybe also come from nuclear weapons, for the byproduct of nuclear weapons and nuclear medicines industries. So these all are called as nuclear waste. So any fuel that is used in nuclear power plant after usage of power plant, power production, okay, that is called as a wastage. Okay, at that waste we can call it as a nuclear waste. So it is a radioactive material, so it is extremely toxic. Okay, so that's why, okay, we have to properly handle the waste. Okay, so this is very important. So what are the types of radioactive waste? So after usage of this fuel, okay, the come out from your power plant is called radioactive waste or nuclear waste. That radioactive waste can be classified into six categories. Okay, so based upon the wastage, okay, based upon the wastage and its radioactiveness, okay, we are classified into six categories. What are the six categories? Are first one, exempt waste, and also called very low level waste. Okay, it's not highly radioactive, but it is very low level. Okay, so that's why based upon the radioactive condition, okay, we are categorized as very low level waste and very short lived waste. So very short lived means the radiation period is very short time. Okay, that's why we can call very short lived waste VSLW. Then third one is very low level waste. Okay, the amount of radioactive material waste is very minimum. That is called very low level waste and low level waste. And if it is little bit higher than very low level, that is comes under that is comes low level waste, LLW. Then intermediate level waste. So if it is heating also come out from your radiation, okay, along with radioactive material, a lot of heat also come out, mean that is comes under intermediate level waste, ILW. Then the higher one is, okay, highly radioactive material comes under this category of high level waste, HLW. So based upon the radioactive uh, material conditions, we are categorized into six categories. Okay, low level, very short lived, very low level waste, low level waste, intermediate level, then high level. So these are the different types of radioactive waste come out from your nuclear power plant. So here you can see what are the different types. There are, I told, six level waste, how it is categorized. So low level, low activity waste, lower activity means that means radioactivity is very low, mean, okay, that is called lower activity waste. Okay, we can utilize only that waste can be used for only low time period, that is very short time periods. Okay, we have to protect, so we have to dispose. So that called low active, lower active. So if you use only for a minimum amount of radiation is come out from your that waste material is, that is comes under lower activity. The radiation act is more, mean that is comes under higher activity. Between higher and lower there will be an intermediate level waste. Okay, so in the intermediate the heating emitting is not at all possible, but whereas in your higher activity waste heat emitting also is possible. So by this way we are categorized the six wastes into, okay, two three type. One is lower, second one is higher activity, then third one is intermediate level. Likewise we are the six type of waste is categorized into three types: lower, higher, and intermediate. Now we are going to discuss about the method of nuclear waste disposal. Okay, there are different methods used for disposal of nuclear waste. So you know very well. So if you use the fuel in the power plant, okay, that is the main thing of power production. That is used as the main thing of power production. Without fuel, we cannot produce the heat energy. With help of that heat energy only, we can produce the power. Okay. So after usage of your fuel, okay, that will be come out from your after a period of time. Okay, it's taken out from your reactor core. That is called nuclear waste. So how we can dispose the waste is, first method is geological disposal. So what is mean by geological disposal? Means this is a process the geological dispose center on burrowing nuclear waste into the ground to the point where it is out of human reach. So you have to bury it. Okay. So what is mean by buried means, okay, you have to make a pit. Okay. ஒரு மரம் தோண்டி ஒரு ஹியூமன்ஸ் அந்த அளவுக்கு போக முடியாத அளவுக்கு high level we have to form a pit. Okay. Then we have to dispose all the nuclear waste and put it on this area. Then we have to bury. So the computer which you bury பண்ற method தான் we can call it as geological disposal. So here you can see in this slide how the nuclear fuel is buried. So with help of a construction shield, okay, or shield மாதிரி construction பண்ணி pit மாதிரி form பண்ணி then you have to put all the nuclear waste and bury பண்ணுவோம். Okay, full of sandல வந்து ஒரு குழி மாதிரி தோண்டி அதுக்குள்ள வச்சு கம்ப்ளீட்டா ஒரு கண்டெய்னர் மாதிரி உள்ள வச்சு அதுக்குள்ள fuel disposal பண்ணிடும். ஓகே, வச்சு க்ளோஸ் பண்ணணும். ஸோ ஹியூமன்ஸ் வந்து அந்த இடத்துக்கு ரீச் ஆக முடியாத அளவுக்கு ஆழத்துல நம்ம என்ன பண்றோம், யூ ஹேவ் டு bury. So this is a first method, so we can call it as geological disposal. Okay, but it is also not a safer one. Okay, so that's why we are moving to some other method. Okay, so sometime maybe we have to protect, okay, the human. Okay, maybe if you're not human not reach that area means that is not an issue, but human maybe reach that area means it will create a lot of problems. So we have to protect the area. So these are some of the difficulties faced in this method. Okay, so that's why we are moving to the another type of disposal method. So that is called reprocessing. So what is mean by reprocessing means it is one type of disposal method. In this process, it involves taking waste and separating the useful component from those are not useful. So we have to use some process, some chemical process we have to use it, and we have to separate the element. So uranium is used now. So after usage of uranium, it is a nuclear waste. After using some chemical processing, okay, we have to separate. Okay, that means some chemical reaction, we have to separate some ions. Okay, so that kind of processing we have to do for removal of your nuclear waste. Okay, so likewise we have to separate. So pre-processing or repair some chemical process we have to do for some useful work. So some other useful work we can use that material. Okay, that means you can use reusing some other purpose like nuclear weapon production, all those things purpose, hydrogen bomb making process, all those things we can use it for that. So that kind of method is called reprocessing. So we have to reprocess with help of some chemical reaction, we have to reuse it. Okay, for like a hydrogen bomb production, so something then nuclear weapon production, some nuclear medicine production, all those things. Okay, we have to use for that. So that is called reprocessing. Next, third method is a space disposal. What is mean by space disposal is nothing but a space disposal center. So apart from the earth surface, we have to, okay, export nuclear material to space. Suppose in the space no human is there, so we have to dispose the nuclear waste to the space. So here you can see in the slide how a space shuttle is used to dispose waste from earth to space area. So space disposable center around putting the nuclear waste on the space shuttle and launching the shuttle into the space. So by this way we can dispose the nuclear waste. So first one geological disposal, second one reprocessing, and third one space disposal. Next, so these are the three methods normally used. Okay, so for nuclear waste disposal. So what are the steps involved in nuclear waste management system? So how we can waste that nuclear waste will be handled. That is called nuclear waste management system. So how we can properly handle. So there are few steps involved in nuclear waste management system. That is, we are going to discuss in the topic of steps involved NWM. NWM is nothing but nuclear waste management system. Okay, right. So first steps involved in the nuclear waste management system is pre-treatment. Okay, so pre-treatment is the initial step of, okay, the waste management system. It may involve, there are different processes. It may involve collection, segregation, chemical adjustment, and decontamination, and may also include a period of interim storage. The aim of this step is to segregate waste into the stream that will be managed in similar way, and to isolate non-radioactive waste, those materials that can be recycled. So what is the first step in nuclear waste management is pre-treatment. So we have to collect the waste first of all, then we have to segregate. So how we can segregate? We already discussed based according to the radioactiveness. Okay, the amount of material we are categorized. No, six steps, six types. So based upon it, we have to segregate, and we have to go with some chemical adjustment, some processing. With help of that, we can utilize some other purpose, and the remaining things we have to decontaminate. Okay, likewise this steps is closed. So this is the first step, that is called pre-treatment. Okay. So these waste aim main this step main aim is to segregate the waste. So that is the first thing. Okay. So what is meant by pre-treatment is generally we have to collect all the waste from the plant and we have to segregate. So that is called pre-treatment. Second step is treatment. So what is treatment? Treatment is a second step. It involves changing the characteristics of the waste by volume reduction. So that is very important. If it is a huge amount of waste is converted into a small quantity, that is called volume reduction. Okay, by characteristic, by changing the waste by volume reduction, radionuclear removal, some chemical process, we have to remove the radioactiveness. Okay, radionuclear nuclear removal or changing the composition. So the waste has a lot of composition, so we have to use some process. You have to remove the composition. So likewise, okay, the treatment is the second process is goes. So what it includes is first one, compacting of dry solid waste, filtration. So that is, I don't know, the ion removing process. So these all are comes under chemical treatment process, that is nothing but filtration and ion exchange of liquid waste and precipitation of flocation of chemical spices. So likewise, these processes goes. So by using chemical treatment, we have to convert, okay, uh, some filtration process. With the help of some filtration process, lot of ions is removed from your nuclear waste. That kind of process is called treatment. And next we are moving to the third step of nuclear waste management system, that is conditioning. So what is meant by conditioning is it involves the transforming a radioactive waste into a form that is suitable for handling, transporting, storage, and disposal. So what is meant by conditioning means already we have treated, okay, that is first we have segregated, that is we have collected and segregated, then we have to do the treatment, some chemical process we are using, with help of that we have treated, then we have to condition. So what is mean by condition means that is we have to make it the form of easy for disposability, or we can say you have to use a handling and transporting purpose, we have to preparedness, that is called conditioning. Okay, so if you want to transport the nuclear waste from one point to disposable area, that is nuclear power plant to your disposal area, then you have to prepare the conditions. Okay, so how we have to transport, okay, but what type of method, that is by what type of storage device we have to use like a container, how we can use that container, how we can protect the radioactiveness. That all are comes under a conditioning. So without radiation leakage, okay, we have to protect the nuclear waste, okay, and also we have to transport. So by this way, this condition steps is involved in nuclear management system. So this might involves immobilization of radioactive waste, placing waste into container, or providing additional packaging. So with help of container, some additional packaging material, we have to use it and we have to condition that nuclear waste, then we can transport. Okay, that is called the process conditioning. Next is storage. Okay, so now the next step is storage. Storage of radioactive waste may take place at any stage in the radioactive waste management process and aim to, what is the main aim of storage is to isolate the radioactive waste. So isolate means, so we have to separate it. Okay, it should not, okay, it should not reach. That means isolation. So normally, if you nowadays, corona affected people is isolated. Okay, that means தனிமைப்படுத்தல் சொல்றாங்க. Likewise, the radioactive material should be isolated. Okay, so then only, okay, the radiation is does not affect the people and also the environment. So how we can, yeah, that is we have to isolate. Okay, that means how we can dispose. Okay, so that is the method of called storage. So and what methods or what steps we are using for isolate. Okay, so that is called storage. So storage may be used to make a next step in the management process more straightforward or to act as a buffer between these steps. So it is a linking step. So after transportation, okay, we have to store one area, then we have to dispose. So likewise, okay, it is a connections area. Okay, so if you transport one product means, okay, that will goes to a warehouse store. Likewise, okay, after that, okay, in the warehouse, okay, then all the dealership area, the part is delivered, or distributor say the part is delivered. Likewise, this is storage is a, okay, temporary place. Okay, in that area, how we can store that radioactive waste. Further, it is goes to disposable. Okay, likewise, the steps is involved in the nuclear management system. And retrieval, so retrieval is one type of step. Okay, so during the storage time, okay, sometimes the waste maybe you can use for recycle purpose, some other purpose maybe you can use it. Okay, so you can retrieve that wastage from that area. Okay, that's from the storage area, then you can use with help of some retrieve equipment. Okay, you can take it out from that storage area, then, okay, after use it, then again you have to put it in the same area for disposal. Likewise, so this step is called retrieval. So retrieval involves, okay, recovering waste package from storage, either from inspection. So for the purpose of maybe an inspection, for disposable or further storage in new facilities. Okay, some storage facilities are designed so that the equipment that deposits waste can be operated in reverse to retrieve the package. That's why retrieve the wastage packet. Other may need retrieve equipment to be installed. So if you want to retrieve it means you have to provide a proper equipment, okay, for retrieve these wastage. So this is the next step in the nuclear management. And the last step is disposable. So after storage, okay, the disposable is comes under the comes under the next step of nuclear waste management system. So the disposable is the last step. In that step, okay, the nuclear waste is packaged nuclear radioactive material waste are deposited in a disposable facility with no intention of retrieval. So if it is retirements, okay, some waste will be kept in the particular place. With help of retrieval equipment, you can take it out. But after usage, Okay, you have to put it in the again disposal area means we cannot take it out. Okay, so final area is the disposable. After you putting the disposable area means you cannot take it out. Okay, so that area is called disposable area. In that disposable may also include discharging radioactive waste such as liquid and gaseous effluent into the environment and transfer the waste from one site to another. So with help of some other liquid gaseous effluent method, we have to transport from nuclear waste, okay, from one point to another point. Likewise, the waste is disposable. So these are the different steps involved in the nuclear waste management system. So what are the nuclear waste management steps are? Steps are first one pre-treatment, second one treatment, third one conditioning, fourth one storage, and storage is a passive safety. Okay, it is not active safety. So whenever you require, you can take it out. Okay, after if you not needed that nuclear waste, then it will goes to the retrieval sorry, disposable area. So retrieval area, you can use some wastage in the retrieval area. With help of retrieval equipment, you can take it out. Okay, further recycle. If it is not required, that will goes to the disposable. So likewise, nuclear waste management system has several steps. So these are the 6 steps involved in nuclear waste management system. So today we discuss about what is meant by nuclear waste and what is meant by nuclear waste disposable. What are the 3 methods for radioactive waste category categorized? What are the 6 types of radioactive waste and how it is been classified? And method of nuclear waste disposable. 3 methods. First one, geological disposable, then reprocessing, then space shuttle, and the next one is steps involved in nuclear waste management system. There are 6 steps involved in nuclear waste management system based on the waste generation from the nuclear power plant. We are categorized for pre-treatment, treatment, that is comes under okay, minimize the categories of segregation. Okay, then conditioning, storage, retrieval, and disposal. So these are the 6 steps involved in nuclear waste management system. Okay. Now I will ask some questions. Ramesh Krishna. Ramesh Krishna, is it audible? Ramesh Krishna, is it audible? Why Raghu is left to the meeting? His class is not over. Yogeshwaran, why you are left to the meeting? The class is not over. Ramesh Krishna, is it audible? Abhinesh, is it audible? Abhinesh, Roger, Derek, kindly,
Voice audible, sir.
kindly respond. Say yes, sir. What are the 6 steps involved in nuclear waste management system? Abhinesh, Abhinesh,
Yes, sir.
what are the 6 steps involved in nuclear waste management system? We discussed 6 steps, no? What are the 6 steps? What are the six steps involved? Six steps involved in nuclear waste management system. At least please see the slide and tell me what are the six steps. It's clearly stated you are not interested to watch the slides and also reply to me.
Sir, pre-treatment,
Ah,
treatment, conditioning, storage, retrieval, disposal.
why you are taking so much time for this? I showed not.
Sir,
I showed within a second you have to reply.
sorry, sir, network is poor. That's all.
Okay, next. What are the different types of radioactive waste? Jai Vishnu. Jai Vishnu. What are the different types of radioactive waste? Jai Vishnu. Is it audible? Jai Vishnu. Madhu. Madhu, yes. Nobody is responding.
Sir, yes, sir, audible, sir.
What are the types of radioactive waste? There are six types of waste. What are the? What are the six types of radioactive waste? Madhu?
Sir, sir, s-
Hmm.
sir, audible, sir. Sir, exempt waste and very low level waste, very short level waste, very low level waste, intermediate level waste, and high level waste.
So how it can be categorized? Based upon the radioactiveness. Okay. Based upon the radioactiveness, we are categorized into three types. All the six types is categorized into three. One is lower active waste, second one is higher active waste, activity waste, then intermediate waste. Okay. So people, you are not watching the slide and also you are not hearing my voice. That is a problem. It's clearly stated. Okay, what are the three methods of nuclear waste disposal? Abhinesh, still you are not responding. Abhinesh, what are the method of nuclear waste disposal? There are three methods. What are the three methods? Abhinesh, is it audible or not? Abhinesh, still not responding. Only Rangatramanan is responding always. For the final year MEC A and B, only one person is always responding. And sometimes Udit Vishnu also responding. And remaining people is not responding to my voice. Jai Vishnu, Still not, you are not responding to me. Anyone kindly reply. Method of nuclear waste disposal. Deepa Chandran. Geological, very good. Second, reprocessing, very good. Third one, space disposal. So these are the three methods used for nuclear waste disposal. So today we discuss about first one, what is mean by nuclear waste, types of radioactive waste, categorize, method of nuclear waste disposal, and steps involved nuclear waste management system. So that's all for now. I will show the video in the next class how the nuclear waste is disposed. That is, we are going to discuss little more. Okay, then we will wind up the nuclear power plant. Okay, session to be winding. Okay, that is your third unit is finished. Then we'll move to the fourth unit, renewable energy sources. So tomorrow we are going to finish the third unit. Next class we will wind up the nuclear power plant session. Okay. If you have any doubt now, you can ask. Otherwise, we can leave.
No doubt, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Only few students is responding. It is not a good habit. Kindly change your attitude. This is very, very essentially required at this time. Thank you so much. Now you can leave.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.